Class 10, Chapter 14, Statistics, Module 3. Objectives. In this module, you will learn about median of grouped data. So listen carefully, students. In our 9th class, we have studied about median of ungrouped data. So in this year, median of grouped data is important for you. Now the first question. Consider a grouped frequency distribution of marks obtained out of 100 by 53 students in a certain examination. Find the median of the data. So the table is given grouped data, that is 0 to 10, 5 frequency 10 to 23, etc. to 90 to 100, the frequency 8. Now listen carefully, we know what is median. Yes, it is a middlemost observation. So to find out the middlemost observation, we need to add all the students in this table itself. So we have to form two type of tables. So listen carefully. For the calculation, you can select only one table. The tables are called, first one is less than cumulative frequency table. The next one is more than cumulative frequency table. So for the calculation, that is to find out median, you can select only one table. But to form the table, the method, listen carefully. First one is less than cumulative frequency table. So when we consider the less than cumulative frequency table, we always take the upper limits. So less than cumulative frequency table, we always take what? Upper limit. So in this table, what is 0 to 10 is there, class intervals. So its upper limit is what? First one, 10. So the less than cumulative frequency table, first one is what? Less than 10. Now the frequency what? First one, 5 itself. Second one is less than 20. Okay, so less than 20 means we need to add 3 with that 5. So 5 plus 3 is equal to total how much? Total number of students 8 are there. Next less than 30. So less than 30, add that 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. So less than 40, add each frequencies. Okay, so 12 plus 3 is equal to 15, etc. At last, less than 100 is equal to what? Above 45 plus 8 is equal to 53. Now what is that 53? Yes, 53 is the total number of students given in this question. Okay, so at last in the less than cumulative frequency table, at last we get what? The total number of frequency. That means we include all the number of students in this table. Now we can use this table only for the calculation of median, but the more than table also. Listen carefully, the same question. When we consider the more than cumulative frequency table, we always take the lower limit. So listen carefully, if it is less than table, we always take upper limit. If it is more than table, we always take what? Lower limit. So more than or equal to 0. More than or equal to 0 marks means what? The total number of students 53. Then more than or equal to 10 means 53 minus the first frequency is 5. Okay, so we need to subtract that. So 53 minus 5. The next more than or equal to 20. So more than or equal to 20 means when we subtract 53 minus 5 is equal to 48. Then 48 minus the second frequency, which one? 3. So 48 minus 3 is equal to what? 45. So we need to subtract each frequency. Then at last more than or equal to 90 is the lower limit. Okay, so last lower limit is what? More than or equal to 90 is the last lower limit. So 90 is equal to what? At last we get what? 8. Okay, so more than cumulative frequency formation is in this way. So less than, when we consider, always take the upper limit. If it is more than table, we always consider the lower limits. Okay, now to find out the median, there is one equation, same type of what? Mod also. Okay, now listen carefully, we add that first one class interval and second one frequency, third table is what? we write the cumulative frequencies only. So 5, 8, 12, etc. 53, that is less than cumulative frequencies. Now to find out the median, we need these three tables. Now in the case of mode, we select one model class. How we select the model class? Maximum frequency class is the model class. So same type of this one, to find out a median, one equation is there, but before that we need to select one median class. For the selection of median class, the condition is, first, what is the total frequency here? 53. Yes, that is n is equal to 53. Find out n by 2. So when we find out n by 2, what is 53 by 2 is equal to 26.5. Select the class whose cumulative frequency is greater than or nearest to n by 2. So n by 2 is 26.5. Consider the cumulative frequency table. In that table, select the value whose cumulative frequency is more than or greater than or nearest to 26.5. So greater than is important and nearest is also important. So nearest of 26.5 is 22 is also is there, but select greater than or nearest. So we select which one? 29. So its class interval is what? 60 to 70. Frequency is what? 7. And cumulative frequency what? 29. Now the equation to find out median. So median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into h, where L is the lower limit of the median class. In this case what? That is 60. Now n is equal to number of observation. So number of observation n is equal to 53. So n by 2 what? 26.5. Now cumulative frequency, Cf, in short what? Cf is what? Cumulative frequency of class preceding the median class. So median class is frequency, cumulative frequency 29. Its the preceding class means what? 22. Now f is what? Frequency of the median class, which is what? 7. So f is frequency of median class, which is what? 7. H is equal to the class size. Now substitute. The median equation is what? L plus 60 plus n by 2, 26.5 minus 22 by 7 into what? 10 is H. Okay, now listen carefully. If you are not considering the preceding class cumulative frequency, other than this, 20, if you consider another cumulative frequency, that is 38 or another value 29 itself, you will get the negative value. So select the important point. Cumulative frequency is preceding class cumulative frequency, you need to select. That is in this case, which is what? 22. So if you consider another value, it is the nearest value is what? 38 is also there. Another value is also there. So if you are considering the other values, sometimes you will get negative value. So mean, median, mode, that value never it will become what? Negative value. It is always what? Positive values. So median is equal to 60 plus 26.5 minus 22 by 7 into 10. Then 60 plus 45 by 7 is equal to 66.4. So listen carefully the conclusion. About half the students have scored marks less than 66.4 and the other half scored more than 66.4. That is the middlemost mark is what? 66.4. So listen carefully the calculation once more. 60 plus 26.5 minus 22 is what? 4.5. 4.5 into 10 is 45 by 7. So 60 plus what? 45 by 7 is what? 6.4. Add it, that is 66.4. Clear? So half of the students scored more than 66.4 and half of the scored less than 66.4. Now the second question. A survey regarding the heights in centimeter of 51 girls of class 10 of a school was conducted and the following data was obtained. So listen carefully this table. This one is a cumulative frequency table. What type of cumulative frequency? Yes, it is a less than cumulative frequency table. We need to find out the median height. So to find out the median height, we want which one, the lower limit of the median class, etc. and also frequency F also. But this one is a cumulative frequency table only. So we have to form the 3-column table. First one column having class interval, second one frequency, third one is what? The cumulative frequency. Now listen carefully. I told you when we consider the less than cumulative frequency table, we always take upper limit. So 140 is the upper limit. So the first class interval is what? We can consider 135 to 140 or below 140. So listen carefully. The first class interval 140 or 135 to 140 or below 140 you can write. Now next one 140 to 145 up to the last one class interval we can complete it first. So last one is what? 160 to 165. So less than upper limit always take. So 160 to 165 is the last class interval. Now at last we can write the cumulative frequency. Now listen carefully, the frequency. First one is the same frequency itself. Now to get the second one frequency 7, we subtract 11 minus 4 is equal to 7. Then to get the 18, 29 minus 11 is equal to 18. Then 40 minus 29 is equal to 11. 46 minus 40 is equal to 6. 51 minus 46 is equal to 5. Now we form the 3-column table with the class interval, frequency and cumulative frequency. Now we can use what? The equation to find out median. So first we need to write what is n by 2, etc. After that the equation L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into h, where L is what? Lower limit of median class. So we select the median class in this way. What is n is equal to 51, n by 2 is equal to 25.5. Select the class whose cumulative frequency more than or nearest to 25.5. So which one is that? More than or nearest to 25.5 is 29 is the cumulative frequency. Its class interval is which one? 145 to 150. So median class is what? 145 to 150. Now its frequency is what? 18. So L is equal to 145 plus n by 2 25.5 minus Cf what? Cf is equal to 11 by f. F is frequency what? 18 into 5. So 145 plus 25 minus 25.5 minus 11, subtract it, multiply with 5 divided by 18. So at last what we get? 149.03. Clear? Now the next type of question, this is also important one, 4-mark question, maximum mark question is this one. The median of the following data is 525. Find the values of x and y, the missing frequencies. In the case of a mean, only one missing frequency there. Okay, so here what missing frequencies? Which one? X and also y. Find the whose total frequency is what? 100 given. Now class interval and frequency. So listen carefully. The third one, what? Cumulative frequency. So first 2 is the first one. Second 2 plus 5 7. 7 plus 6 is 7 plus 6 7 plus 6 itself. Then 7 plus 12 19. 19 plus 17 36 etc. The last one is 76 plus x plus y. Now we know what? When we consider the less than cumulative frequency table, at last we get the total frequency. So in this case, given the total frequency is what? 100. So equate 76 plus 10 x plus y is equal to 100. So from that we get what? First equation, x plus y is equal to 100 minus 76 is equal to 24. Put equation number 1. Now the median is what? 525. So we need to select the median class. So that median 525 lies between 500 to 600. So that class we can consider as what? Median class. Now next one, L. L is what? 500. Then F is equal to frequency what? 20. Then n by 2 minus CF. So n by 2 is equal to what? 100 by 250 minus CF, cumulative frequency preceding class. That is what? 36 plus x is there, but minus of CF is there. So minus 36 minus x by 20 into 100. 120 cancelled. So what we get? 5. So 525 minus 500 is equal to 50 minus 36 what? 14 minus x into 5. So 25 is equal to 14 into 5 is equal to 70 minus 5x. So 5x is equal to 70 minus 25, which is equal to 45. So x is equal to what? 45 minus 5 is equal by 5 is equal to what? 9. Now you need to find the value of y also. So substitute in the equation x plus y is equal to 24. So x plus, that is x is equal to 9 plus y is equal to 24. So y is equal to 24 minus 9 is equal to what? 15. Clear? So this one is a very important one question. Maximum mark comes from this median exercise. So this one carries 4 marks. Okay. Now the next question, listen. The length of 40 leaves of a plant are measured correct to the nearest millimeters, and the data obtained is represented in the following table. So listen carefully in the table. 118 to 126 frequency, 3, 127 to 135, 5. So what type of table is given here? It is what? Not a continuous class. Okay, so we need to make it into continuous. So how we change that into continuous class? Yes, subtract 0.5 from the lower limit, add 0.5 to the upper limit. So when we consider that first class interval what? 117 to 126.5. Sorry, 117.5 to 126.5, 126.5 to 135.5, like that. So the table is in this way, and you need to find out the value of the median using the equation. Clear? Now listen carefully. The one remark is there. There is one empirical relationship between the three measures of center tendency. So the measures of center tendency are, which are they? Mean, median and mode. Okay, so 3 median is equal to mode plus 2 mean. So 1 mark question comes from this one, and same as sometimes a 4 mark question also. So listen that by heart this equation. 3 median is equal to what? Mode plus 2 mean. So when we consider one question, find the median, then mode and also mean. Substitute in this equation. Now listen carefully. When you substitute the values, you will get approximate value. Suppose the left side, that is 3 median value is 140.2, then mode plus 2 mean is equal to sometimes 139.86, then sometimes 141 point, like that. Nearest value is there. Okay. Clear, students? Thank you.